What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Obsessive Gardener. We're looking at my Vermi hut, and I'm trying to keep the camera just on the Vermi hut because my house is a huge mess. That's probably why I don't do worm videos very much, but I just want to show you a little bit of what's going on here with my worm bin. As you can see, we got worms hanging on the lid here. So here's my top layer. This actually has 5 layers. I don't have all 5 in here right now. I got one with just bedding in it in another room, just inoculating and getting ready to be put in the rotation. But anyways, this is the top where I mostly feed from. And this is just like a paper bag or something. See all those worms under there? Oh yeah. They're loving it. But I fed them all kinds of stuff. There's like some rotten apples that were thrown in here, all kinds of different things. Let's see the worms. They're loving it. So every now and then I come in here and just kind of mix it up. Just kind of make sure the air's getting in everywhere. It's not like matted up anywhere with like bedding or anything like that, because I use shredded cardboard as my bedding. But it's good to come in here and just turn it, kind of move things around. Worms don't really trip too much on it. They get over it quick. And then yeah, this one's pretty good for that. I don't feel any food in here at all, so I'll probably feed this one. Anyways, I'm going to get that all smoothed back out. I'll come back and feed it in a minute. Alright, here's the second layer. You can see quite a bit of worms right on top. Got some seeds trying to sprout over here. I threw a bunch of jalapenos in here. I think that's what that's from. But this one definitely needs to get mixed up. It's getting real like packed in here. Alright, so I'm just moving it around. I don't feel any food, or haven't come across any food. Got some paper. Oh, paper bag or something, I think. Okay, I found an avocado seed. They'll actually eat these too. You leave them in there long enough, they'll eat them. The whole thing will be gone. But they love avocados, avocado husks. They'll eat all of it. I've put straight up corn on the cob, or just the cob part. They'll eat it. They'll eat the whole thing. It'll be gone. I think I feel a couple. Yep, there's an avocado husk. Some worms hanging out. Look at that. Whoop whoop. Yeah, they love those things. They love to hang out inside those avocado husks too, even after they eat all the avocado out of them. So there's a little bit of food floating around in here, but I'm going to keep feeding from the top. This one used to be on top. I might put it back up on top just to kind of let it get a lot more of the food. But yeah, pretty much the bedding here. This was all shredded cardboard and coco coir. That's it. Alright, so this is the third layer. Now the third layer and the fourth layer have never been fed directly. All it was just coco coir and shredded cardboard. And you can still see the cardboard in here. And but all the juice that comes from the top will trickle down into the other layers. And yeah, there's plenty of worms in here. They're eating all the cardboard and coco coir, and then all the stuff that drips from the top comes down into these ones and feeds them too. Just kind of at a slower pace, of course, but it works. Eventually I'll harvest the top two and put these bottom two on top. Okay, so it's getting kind of muddy down here too. Just mixing that all up, flatten it all back out. All right, let's look at the next one down. All right, this is the very bottom. As you can see, there's a lot of cardboard at the top here, but it's pretty much mush now. So I'm just gonna mix this up. And once again, like I said, this one has never directly been fed. It's just everything that drips down from the top flows through all the other trays, and plus cardboard. They'll eat cardboard all by itself, but the castings from just eating cardboard won't be as good as castings that have, you know, all the nutrients and stuff from all the different foods. But this is getting a lot of the stuff that's stripping down, so that helps it. And then I will eventually feed this one directly too. But as you can see, it's mostly just coco coir and cardboard right now, but they've been eating it. It's been breaking down slowly. There's not nearly as many worms down here, but there's a few in here. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Now let's feed the top tray real quick. Alright, so we're back to the top tray. And I just realized as I put it back up here, this right here is plastic. This is the compostable type of plastic. I don't know if it really is plastic or not, but it's like those new, so those bags at the produce section, that you buy jalapenos or whatever, and that's exactly what I did. I bought jalapenos and I put them in one of those bags, but they all went rotten in my fridge because I didn't use them. And this is, most of it's gone. This is all that's left. This is like the knot where I put a knot in it, and then just a little bit extra right there. So I don't know if they're eating it or if it's just slowly breaking down on its own. But here's some more of it actually right here. But they were all up in it, the worms, because I had rotten, probably about 15 rotten jalapenos in it. And so what I'm going to do here to feed them, I'm going to make like a trench right in the middle here. Okay. Okay, so we got a nice trench going on. Now a lot of times I would add a little bit of cardboard in here as like bedding, but I'm not going to this time because this is really full. So I'm not trying to add more material, too much more material. I'm going to add some food, but I don't want to add any cardboard this time. All right, so the first thing I added was a few strawberries I had, 3 strawberries I had. They were getting a little old, and so that's fine. So I'll just feed them to the worms. All right, you're probably wondering what in the world is that? That's actually old bread that I soaked in water and froze in the freezer and then thawed back out again. So it's easier for the worms to eat it. It's almost like back into dough again, and it even smells doughy. It doesn't smell bad at all, as you would think by how nasty it looks. It actually smells really good. It's kind of funny. It smells like a bakery. Anyway, so that's what I'm adding next, and they're going to love that. They're going to get all up in that and eat that. All right, next I'm going to add some worm food. This is from Uncle Jim's Worm Farm. So if you're lazy like me and don't want to make your own, which is very, very, very easy to make your own worm chow, you can go ahead and buy some of his, and it's already made for you. So I'm going to sprinkle some of this over the top. The worms absolutely love worm chow, and it helps them bulk up, makes them get big and healthy. And I'm going to add some used coffee grounds that I picked up from Starbucks. Sprinkle some of that over the top. And the worms absolutely love coffee grounds. And we're just going to fill this trench back in. And that's about it. I mean, I'm not a professional. I'm not claiming to know everything about farming worms. I haven't been doing it that long, maybe for about 5 years or so. I've really got into it a lot more, probably the last 2 or so. But anyways, that's what I know, and that's what works for me. If you like this kind of stuff, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. I really appreciate it. And we'll check in on this here in maybe 2 weeks or so to see how it's going. All right, thanks for watching.